Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a decluttered video. So I've never done one of these before. I'm kind of going through this phase right now where I just want to get rid of stuff that I never use because I realized that I'm a hoarder. Like, I'm a legit hoarder when it comes to makeup. This is not going to be the type where I actually go through my collection with you guys and declutter along the way. I've already organized my collection and decluttered. Oh my god, I don't even know where to begin. So the first thing I have is something that I bought off someone who sells what's the word, like rip-off makeup, or this stuff that you buy from China. This is the Tarteist Pro palette, and I'm actually very intrigued by the shades in this palette in general. I would actually like to try the legit Tarteist Pro palette, but this is definitely not it. I don't know if you guys can tell, but this palette is extremely small compared to the actual Tarteist palette. So as soon as I saw it, I was like, yeah, that's not legit. Really pretty shades. It has a really nice assortment of colors. There's some matte, shimmers, you know, you name it in here. But yeah, the quality of this sucks. Random product that I've never talked about. This is the Avon Skin So Soft Fresh and Smooth Hair Removal Cream. So if you guys don't know, when I actually first started my channel, I was selling Avon, and I think Avon's a very good, like, underrated brand. There are some hits and misses, as there are with anything, but this is one of the things that I tried when I first started selling it, and this actually does work. My problem is I never use it. Like, I'm too lazy for some reason, and like, this is the type of product that you're supposed to use when you're too lazy to shave. I'm so lazy to the point where I'm too lazy to use this. But I'm just not into hair removal creams like this. It does work, but I don't know. The next thing I have is a powder from IT Cosmetics. I'm trying to remember why I picked this one up because this is pretty random. This is the Airbrush Illuminizer Poreless Finish HD Illuminizer. So I don't really know what this is. It's kind of like a hybrid between a highlighter and an actual setting powder. I don't really know what it is, to be honest. This is one of those products that I never could figure out. First of all, it's extremely finely milled. Like, probably one of the most soft, finely milled powders I've ever touched. It literally feels like silk when you touch it, but it has a little bit of shimmer to it, so it's not shimmery enough to where you would want to wear it as a highlighter because the base is very white. Like, if I put this on my face, it would make my skin look very ashy and you would be able to see a stripe. But it's kind of too shimmery and too dewy to be worn as a setting powder on my skin. I do have oily skin, so this just makes me look extremely oily and very shiny. I mean, like, when you, I don't know if you guys can tell because my lights are so bright, but when I move my hand back and forth, I can see a sheen. Like, it has a pretty legit sheen to it. So if you have dry skin, this may be something you want to check out. And it kind of looks like it has like a yellow tint to it, like a yellow undertone, but that doesn't really translate on the skin. On my skin, it kind of translates to be more white. I just don't know how to use this. Like, if you guys have this and you use it, what do you use it for? What's worked for you? Because I just can't figure it out. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get rid of it. The next thing I have is a really old foundation that I picked up from Big Lots, and I don't really want to talk about it because it's discontinued, and even though it's not a bad product, like, if you can't get your hands on it accessibly, it's not really useful. So this is the Revlon Nearly Naked Makeup. I found this at Big Lots probably like 2 years ago at least. I mean, all in all, it's just way too old to be keeping still. I do kind of like this foundation though, because it's one of those foundations that you don't really expect much from, but then you actually apply it and you get it on your skin and it just looks really pretty and very flawless and really lightweight, but it still has a little bit of coverage as well. I would say this is like a medium coverage. It's not super full, but it just looks really natural on your skin, but I don't really know why they discontinued it. They may be coming out with another one, I'm not really sure. But I mean, it just wasn't something that I gravitated towards, even though it was good. It was just one of those things where I knew that I got it from Big Lots and that kind of like affected my mindset on it. It makes no sense. I don't know, I'm tossing it. The next thing I have is this Aquaphor Advanced Therapy Ointment Body Spray. I got this in a Pinch Me box. This makes my skin feel very oily. I'm gonna go ahead and put it on right now so I can remind myself, because the first time I put it on, I was like, ugh, that's disgusting. Ugh, that is disgusting. It feels really heavy and sticky, and I literally just use this once aside from just now spraying it. It does give kind of like a sheen, like a glow to my skin, but it feels nasty. The next thing I have is something from Kardashian Beauty. Is Kardashian Beauty even a thing anymore? Like, the brand that they had at Ulta? I'm pretty sure it's not. Like, I just now realized that I don't ever see anything from Kardashian Beauty anymore. But they did have a drugstore makeup brand for a hot minute that didn't go over very well. Like, literally no one liked anything from it. But this is, I don't even know what this is called because the labeling's off and it looks so nasty. This is one of their lipsticks. It just comes like a pencil form like this, like ColourPop. This is in the shade Modern Mauve. And this is a pretty shade. It's a really pretty nude. And I like the way it kind of comes in like a more small, like narrow little stick because it's easy to apply. Okay, so here's what it looks like. It's a really pretty nude shade, and it kind of has a little bit of a gloss to it. Like, it's not matte at all, but it's a really pretty like pink, mauve nude. Ugh. Be strong. Be strong. I'm having a hard time remembering what I didn't like about this, but I never gravitate towards this, and I think it's because of the longevity. I feel like this is not very long wearing at all. From what I remember, I feel like it kind of looked like concealer on my lips. Like, I feel like it didn't have enough color, even though it is swatching really pretty. The next thing I have is a Color Stay Lip Butter from Revlon. I love these still. I believe they are discontinued, but I still wear them. I love them. They're such a comfortable formula. I just don't like this shade. This is in the shade Cupcake. It's a really like bubblegum, cotton candy kind of pink shade, and I never use this kind of shade. It just looks really cheap on me, just really trashy. It kind of has like a purplish tint to it. I just don't like this. I love the formula, but the shade just isn't me. The next thing I have is another thing from the Pinch Me subscription box. This is the Shea Moisture fragrance-free sensitive skin hand and body lotion. Sorry, I feel like I'm like slurring my words, like I can't open my mouth because I'm still like half asleep. It was one of those hand creams that just made my hands feel really sweaty because it was so watery. Next, I have the Coastal Scents Revealed palette. So they came out with like, they have like 4 or 5 palettes at this point that are kind of all mimicking the Naked palettes from Urban Decay. And as far as the shades go, they're dead on. Like, they're very, very close. My thing is with the formula. This is a very good deal for the price because you get 20 shades for like $20. They have sales all the time, especially during like Black Friday or holidays. They go on sale so frequently. I think my thing isn't really with the formula necessarily, it's with the color selection, because I'm not a big fan of the Urban Decay Naked palettes. Like, the Naked 1 and 2 just didn't really excite me. Like, they did nothing for me. And since these are like a combination of those two, I'm just not excited about it. But I find that the shimmers aren't super high quality. I don't know, I'm just not really excited about the color scheme. It's just kind of boring to me now. The next thing I have is this Big Mac Daddy from IT Cosmetics. Now, this is a holiday set that I got for Christmas. I just don't like bulky palettes like this. Like, your all-in-one face palettes with your eyes and your face and your lips and all that stuff. It doesn't matter how good they can be. I just don't gravitate towards these type of palettes. So this is just, what is this called? This is the, I really have no idea what this is called. But it does have a lot of like actual products. Like, it has your Bye Bye Pores blush, Bye Bye Pores blush, okay, they're all Bye Bye Pores blush. It has a Hello Light powder, a Hello Light cream. I don't really know if those are, I guess those are things sold separately. Sunshine and a compact. But I never use palettes like this because I feel like they're very messy. If you like get any kind of kick up and debris, then it goes in the other shades surrounding it, and it gets in like your concealers and your, like, it's a mess. Like, it's just a cluster fudge for me. Next thing I'm decluttering, but I'm not actually throwing away, is this LA Color 16 color eyeshadow palette. This is from Dollar General. This is one of my favorite shimmery eyeshadow palettes. I actually have 3 of these, which is why I'm decluttering this one. Actually, there are probably like 2 in here. No, there's just 1. But I actually have 1 of these in my own collection and then 1 in my freelance kit, because these shadows are so high quality. They're buttery, silky, very, very easy to apply. They're very shimmery and like metallic and just intense. But I'm decluttering this one because I have 3, so I'm just gonna toss this to the side, and like, whenever I run out of another one, which that'll probably never happen, I'll just pull this one back out. Next thing I have is this little like foundation vibrator sponge. This was sent to me probably about 1.5 years ago, and I don't know if I actually did a video on it. I feel like I did. Maybe I didn't, because I didn't like this at all. The sponge sucks. It doesn't really do anything. I'm not impressed with this. Don't know how much it is. I feel like it's a little bit more expensive. Wouldn't recommend it. Next, I have the Laura Geller Baked Balance and Brighten Foundation in the shade Fair. I believe I got this on Glambot. Yeah, I got this on Glambot. This color is weird. I don't know, maybe I just didn't give this a very good shot, but I feel like every time I use it, like, it says it's fair, but it goes really dark on my skin for some reason. Like, it goes like a lot to medium shade. It didn't really do anything for me, so why keep it? I have an e.l.f. brush. This is the big old honkin' kabuki brush. I don't really know what this is called, but I used to love this for bronzer, and it was very, very good for that, but I like to put things in my like carousel and my little makeup brush holder, and this just kind of like falls over. It just looks messy. I know that sounds stupid, like it's a stupid reason for getting rid of it, but I never use it, so why keep it? Next thing I have are some sponges from Wish. Now, there have been a couple of times I've ordered some sponges that look like the Real Technique sponges, and they actually do perform just like those, but these were rocks. These were only like a couple of dollars, I think. They're so hard. They're like, even when you wet them, like, they don't really inflate. Next thing I have are some Artiste brush dupes. I don't know if I talked about these either. I feel like I did. So these are from my makeup brush set, I believe. These did not blend out foundation very well, so I mean, there's no point in keeping these. I feel like I'm saying that about everything. There's no point in keeping any of this stuff. I have the Oil Essentials Revitalize Evening Primrose Oil. This is from Rotted. You can also find stuff like this at TJ Maxx. I pretty much use this to the last drop. This is just such a thick oil. This just felt very heavy. It's very thick, and it just felt like a mask on my face. I don't like this one. I have a couple of eyeliner type products from Morphe brushes. I did use these a long time ago, and basically the reason I'm getting rid of them now is because they're completely dried up. Like, they're literally falling out of the pot. They're that dry. But I believe these are called cream eyeshadows. These are really pretty. They did stay on very well. They did work as eyeliners and cream eyeshadows, which I use them for both. I use them as bases sometimes. They dried out really fast, so I can't use these anymore. Next, I have something from, what's this? Bombshell Cosmetics. Bombshell Cosmetics. I don't know. It's an eye base in the shade Submissive. I never use cream eyeshadows. I never use eye bases like this. This is like a shimmery golden shade. It's not dried out or anything. But yeah, I never use products like this. It does nothing for me. I would rather just use an eye primer. Next, I have the Sonia Kashuk Chic Luminosity Highlighter Stick in the shade Sparkling Sands. They call this a dupe for something. What is it a dupe for? I think it's something from Benefit, but this is just a whitish champagne color. I don't like how this applies or blends out. It's just a very hard stick, and when you go on top of your foundation, it just moves everything around because it's not super creamy. It swatches out nicely, but there's not really a pretty sheen or luminosity to it. It's just kind of boring to me, so everyone recommends this, or they used to recommend this all the time, and they would call it a dupe for whatever it's a dupe for. I'll find what it's a dupe for and put it right here. It's on the tip of my tongue. The AOA Studio Wonder Skin Perfecting Blur Primer I talked about. This is from shopmissay.com. It's $1. It's not, I'm not like wasting money or anything really, but this has big old chunks of glitter in it. It feels like water on my face. I don't like it, would not recommend it. The Amazing Cosmetics Amazing Concealer. This is just way too thick, and just, it's not very good for my under eye area. It just creases really bad. Another product I have from shopmissay.com is a Malibu Glitz blush in the shade Plum Rose. This is just way too dark. The formula isn't horrible. It does feel kind of cheap, but it's just so pigmented to the point where like you can't really blend it out very easily. This might work for deeper skin tones, but on my skin tone, it's just way too clownish. Another product I have from Shop Missay is this Amuse Cosmetics Skinny and Jumbo Dual Cara. This is a double-sided mascara. You got a mascara on one side and a primer on the other. This did nothing for me. It's just way too big and like clunky, and all it does is separate. It doesn't do volume, length, anything. So I don't like this product at all. Don't recommend it. I have a single shadow glitter from Wet n Wild. This is the Color Icon single shadow in the shade Brass. So this is just a sparkly gold shade. I just don't ever use this. I think I got this for a Christmas look, but it just feels like Vaseline. Like, it kind of feels like petroleum, and it just feels really sticky, and I don't like the formula of this at all. I'm not a fan at all of the Morphe brushes cream lip polishes. This is in the shade Undressed. These are okay, I guess, if you're doing like clients or something, because where it isn't a squeeze tube, it's more sanitary. But the formula is what sucks for me, because it starts out really pretty and glossy and very, very opaque. This has no longevity in my opinion. I don't really like these. I have the Mally, it's sharpened down to where there isn't like a full label, but it just says Starlight Waterproof Liner. I don't know if this is sold separately. This is in the shade Shimmering Black. This is a legit sparkly black. It just feels kind of dry. I feel like it's always felt like that, but that may be because it's old. I have the Urban Decay 24/7 Velvet Glide On Eye Pencil in the shade Plushy. Plushy, that's a weird name. This is just a purple liner. This is very, very dry now. I don't like Urban Decay eyeliners. Like, I feel like they're so overhyped, and I feel like they're so much better now. I have this e.l.f. eye primer and liner sealer. This is a very cool product, but I've had this for years, like literally probably 7 or 8 years at least. It's time to get rid of it. So on one side it has a stick cream eye primer. It is nude. It does have concealing properties to it. And then on the other side you have this like brush tipped liner sealer, which you can top off your eyeliner, and it just kind of sets it in place and makes it stay a lot longer. The reason I got this is because of the liner sealer, because they have a product, and I don't know if they still have it. I'm pretty sure they do. It may be called Makeup Sealer. It's in a little small bottle, and it comes with a little like cup and a brush. I'll put it over here. I used to love this stuff. I would use that to set my water line and it would stay put all day long. It was a miracle product and no one ever talks about that. But that's the reason I got this, because I figured it would be more compact and where it's already like in a little brush tip. But this didn't work nearly as well as that one in the bottle did. I will say the eye primer side isn't that bad. Like, it's dried now because I've had it for years, but this was actually a really good eye primer, so I would recommend it for that. I do have a couple of Coastal Scents eyeshadows, but I have this entire palette of Coastal Scents shadows that don't work because I figured one day I might want to do a video, but I don't know if that will ever happen and I don't really know why. I'm just getting rid of two. I got one called Antique Lilac and then Cinnabar Rose. These are super, super dry. They are matte, but no pigmentation whatsoever. The next thing I have is the Becca Luminous Body Perfecting Mousse in the shade Palm Beach. This is weird. Like, I don't really know what this is used for. It's a weird bronze color and it's kind of patchy. Like, it swatches well when it's just like in one concentrated swatch, but when you blend it out, it turns really patchy and uneven. And I don't really know if it's because it's old, because I have had it for a while, I just never really used it, but I ain't about that life. So everything else I have are lip products. I'm very, very picky when it comes to lip products, so let's dive on in. I do have several of these lip glosses that I actually do like. This is one of my favorite formulas, but these are so old and I don't gravitate towards these. But these are the Palladio Herbal Lip Glosses. I have the shades Macaroon, which is just a really pretty basic pink. I have the shade French Kiss, which is more of a deep coral. Then I have the shade Clear, which looks like this now. So it's not really clear anymore, but every time I use these, like, they're so glossy that it makes my lip gloss get all over my teeth and just kind of like, just melts all around my face. But I do love the formula. It's a very, very comfortable formula. It's not sticky at all. But these two shades right here, the coral and the pink, I never use these. Like, I never use colored or tinted lip glosses. I always use clear because I just use it to top off my lipstick, but I don't ever use these. Next, I have the Amazing Concealer Illuminate Concealer. So this is the one that's more of a liquid in a wand form. This was very, very dewy and it creases very bad under my eyes. The coverage isn't bad. I would say it's like a medium coverage. I do feel like the other concealer is more like a full coverage because it's very, very thick. It's kind of like the It Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye, but this one just, it creases so bad, it just doesn't work very well on me. Then I have the Essence Liquid Lipstick. This is not a liquid lipstick. This is just a lip gloss. It's not super opaque. I don't even know what color this is because all the labeling's off, but it's just a pink shade. It looks like a little trial size. It's very cheap, so I'm not really complaining a whole lot. It's just so super sheer and very, very glossy. Like, I don't know how they're able to market it as a liquid lipstick because it's not matte. It doesn't dry down to be matte. It doesn't last a long time. It's just, I don't know, this is just a really basic color. I don't like tinted lip glosses, as I said, so yeah, there's that. The L'Oreal Colorish lipstick balm, I don't know what it's called, it's somewhere. This is in the shade 171 Pink Cashmere. Again, this just isn't my shade. It's just a really like Barbie doll pink kind of color. It's a nice formula. It's very hydrating and it's very comfortable on the lips. It's not sticky whatsoever, but I don't know. I would like to check out other shades in this, but I'm not so excited about the formula that I'm just wanting to go out and get more right away. The next one I have is from Wet n Wild. These are the ones that everyone talks about. I believe everyone talks about the shade, I think it's like 902B or something like that. I'm not really sure. But this is the shade Just Peachy from this line. This is a nice formula. It's very, very matte. It is really creamy though, but this shade in particular, it just makes my teeth look really yellow and like orange. Anything with like a peachy or orange undertone I can't wear because it just emphasizes the yellow in my teeth. It's a really nice shade though if you like more of a peachy coral kind of look, but it just doesn't look good on me. The NARS Velvet Matte Lip Pencil in the shade Cruella. This is just a deep red shade. It's like a pencil crayon kind of form. I don't wear these shades. There's not really a point in me keeping it. Oh my God, wall-to-wall lip products. The Revlon Super Lustrous Lip Gloss in the shade Raisin Rage. This is one of those formulas that gets all over my teeth. Again, I don't wear tinted lip glosses like this, so this just doesn't have a place in my collection. The Maybelline Color Whisper in the shade Pinup Peach. They don't sell these anymore, it's discontinued. But every time I did wear this, people would ask me what I'm wearing. This is another one of those things that's more like a lip balm. It's very glossy, it's very sheer, but it just feels really comfortable on the lips, especially for one of those days when you just don't feel like putting on like the whole shebang. There's a gnat, get out of here. I have another NARS pencil. I got both of these in a birthday set from Sephora. This is the satin lip pencil. So the other one was matte, this is satin. What is the shade? Rakujin? I'm not even gonna try to pronounce it. Just a light mauve pink. I'm not into super pink shades like this, so I don't know. I also don't really feel like the formula is all that great. And last, I believe, this is a lip balm. So this is the Malin & Goats Mojito Lip Balm. I believe I got this in an Ipsy, or it was sent to me. I don't know what it is, but this is one of those, like, it has like, it just comes in a tube like this. It does have a tingling sensation, which I do like typically, but this is one of those that when it wears off, my lips feel more dry, so I don't recommend this. I feel like this is one of those things that makes your lips feel more chapped than what they already are. So that is it for this declutter video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This probably isn't something I'll do a whole lot just because I don't de-hoard a lot. Actually, you know what? I might call this video de-hoarding. New trend. Most of the things that I don't like, I just return, so there's not really a whole lot to declutter all the time. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video nonetheless. If you want to see more of them in the future, give this video a thumbs up and comment below. But thank you guys so much for watching and hanging out with me today. Thumbs up if you like this video, subscribe, follow me on my social media. All the links are below. And I hope you guys have a beautiful day. Mwah.